G'day golfers! Well, it's that time of year again when golf clubs are renovating their greens. They're coring them, they're top dressing them, they might even be scarifying them. And what that means is the greens change very quickly and club golfers struggle with that transition, going from smooth, fast greens to slower greens that may be a little bit bumpy. So we've come up with a 3-step process to help you to keep your putting performance up through those transitional periods and to learn how to putt on slow and bumpy greens. Welcome to Aussie Golf Pros. Ooh. First up, you've got to believe that you can hole putts. Sure, not all of them are going to go in, but if you don't believe that you can hole a putt, then there's a very high chance that you are going to miss. You are what you believe about yourself. So if you're standing over putts thinking negatively and thinking that you're going to miss because the greens have been cored or because they're a bit slower, then you are going to miss 99.9 times out of 100. But if you stand over putts believing that you can hole it, regardless of whether there might be a little bit of a bounce or whether it's not your ideal speed, then you are going to hold your fair share. They're not all going to go in, but it's all about percentages here. Give yourself the best chance of holding these putts by believing in yourself, believing it is possible. If you stand over a 10-footer like this and hit 10 putts, then if you're a good putter, then you are going to hold plenty of them. Not all of them, the tour pros don't hold all of them, but it's a percentage game. Believe that you can hold them and you are going to get your fair share. You've got to enjoy putting, enjoy the process of what you're going through here, trying to read the green, get the pace right, get the line right, all that process there. If you enjoy it and relish it, then that's going to give you a much better chance of holding your fair share, of 3-putting fewer times and bringing those scores down. Step 2 is pace. A long uphill putt like this, 90% of golfers are going to leave it short. They have the same length swing that they normally hit, and then they try to hit it harder with this big long follow through, and I'm still 12, 15 foot short. You've really got to adjust the length of your swing to match the speed of the greens. And when you have a long and uphill putt like this on cored greens, you definitely need a longer swing. So let's get back all the way back to here. Now, this is a 60-foot putt. It's a very slow putt. Let the weight of the putter do the work for us. And with that nice long stroke, back and through the same length, letting the weight of the putter do the work, then your speed control is going to be much more on point. I see so many golfers just try to accelerate by using a short and similar backstroke to what they'd normally use and then try to hit it. And obviously that's going to be difficult to judge the pace. You're going to leave most of your putts short, and then now and again you're really going to connect with one and you're going to hit it 20 foot past the pin. You need to improve your tempo. That means the backswing and follow through need to be the same length, and you need to make adjustments for the speed of the greens. When you have slow greens, that means that the swing needs to be longer, both the backswing and the follow through. Don't just try to hit it harder. Let the weight of the putter do the work and lengthen that stroke accordingly. And finally, reading greens is really critical. Just a 5-foot putt here like this, and a lot of golfers still miss on the low side even when they're putting on slow greens. They're not going to break as much as on fast greens because we're hitting the ball a little bit firmly, but they're still breaking more than the average club golfer thinks they're going to break. So you've got to have a look from the side, get an idea of whether you're uphill or downhill, and get a 3D image of the putt. You want that different perspective of a putt rather than just looking from behind the ball. Then have a look from behind the ball and visualize what the ball's going to do. On a breaking putt like this, you really need to visualize that the ball is going to curve for its entire journey, even on slower greens. And instead of just aiming at right edge or left edge or whatever the putt is, you really need to visualize the entire break. And we want the ball falling in the top side. If you hit the ball a little bit too straight like this, then that ball is going to miss on the low side, and we need to visualize the whole break and get the ball falling in the top side. That's what we really want to visualize the ball doing. And make sure you see all of the break. And you can see there, if you can get it going in the top side, you're going to hold more putts. So to recap, step 1, love your putting. Really enjoy that process and believe that you can hold putts. It's going to give you much better chance. That mindset is really, really important when you're putting. Step 2, get your speed right, your tempo. Let the putter do the work. Get the length of that stroke to match the speed of the greens, and stop trying to hit the ball. We want to stroke it and let the putter do the work. Step 3, reading the putts. Read more into it. Most golfers miss on the low side. Especially on these slow greens, you can get the ball to topple in the high side of the hole as it slows down. So try to visualize that ball going in the top side, and I guarantee you, you'll have fewer putts out in the course. We're confident that these 3 processes can really help you with your putting, especially on these slower greens that we see at the moment. We look forward to seeing you again next week. Are you the best golfer you can be?